Hey singers, if you are looking to erase your vocal breaks and to create your most connected, confident, consistent professional sound, you are in the right place. Welcome to part 2 of our 4-part series on how to erase your break. Here we go. Hi everyone, my name is Amber Mom Kathy. I'm a voice teacher, vocal coach, vocal health specialist, and the founder of Evolve Vocal Studio. And today, this is part 2 of our 4-part series on how to erase your vocal break. And today is all about strengthening your upper register. Your upper register is not just about gorgeous high notes, though who doesn't want those? Who won't take those? It's all about more agility and more flexibility throughout your entire range. You have a muscle, the cricothyroid, that is responsible for stretching, elongating, and therefore thinning your vocal folds. That's why doesn't sound as big and powerful as my vocal folds are literally thinner. They thin out, stretch and elongate when I go to hit those higher notes. So I want to have as much access to my range as possible. You have high notes. Even if you are a singer watching this thinking, oh, I don't have that part of my voice, Amber. You do, I promise you. You don't necessarily have that note, but you've got whatever a high register is for you. We just want to get you comfortable there. There will never be a great mix voice and a great connected sound if that cricothyroid muscle that allows the vocal folds to stretch and elongate and thin isn't strong. Just like there will never be a great mix and a connected voice if the shortening, thickening muscle that's responsible for our low notes isn't strong. And we are jumping into that in part 3. We need those muscles to be balanced. So that way, if you want to take power up higher, you have to have that thinning muscle ready to go. So today we're going to be jumping into some upper register, head voice, falsetto, whatever you'd like to call it, sounds. These may not be sounds that you, if you are a commercial singer, a contemporary singer, you sing rock, pop, jazz, R&B, you might not use these true head voice sounds in your songs when you're on stage. That's okay. This isn't about a finished product sound. This is about a sound that is getting us the biggest bang for our buck, the best stretch, the best strengthening of that cricothyroid muscle so that we can expand our range, have better sounding, better feeling high notes, and so we can take more power higher, so we can take more agility lower, and so we can create one connected, consistent voice and erase our vocal break. So the first thing I want to do is just make sure that you feel comfortable accessing that upper register. You may feel great about that already, but stick with me because I use these vocal sirens all the time. What I want you to think about is play, sounds you already know how to make. Whether that is somebody who's down on Broadway in Nashville, Tennessee, and they are wooing all over the place. Whether you are a kiddo on a swing, woo! You're making the sound of an ambulance. A horrible car alarm. So sorry. Any of those sounds are sounds you know how to make. Pick the one that works for you. Notice many of them are oo-vowel shapes. I do like a good E, that wee on the swing. And all I want you to do is play with that sound. We're not worried about specific pitches yet. For this vocal siren, I'm going to start low. I'm going to stretch up as high as it feels comfy. I don't want you to think about singing yet, because for any of you that don't feel comfortable here, that's immediately going to make all of this tighten up, because you're going to say, I don't have this part, but I'll do what she says. Play. Whee! I just used a lip trill. And SOVT is a great way to do it. If you don't feel comfortable doing it on a vowel, do it on a lip trill. Do it on an HN. We want to find that upper register and get comfortable with that. If you just start here, and you don't feel even comfortable doing it on a vowel yet, you're doing it on any semi-occluded vocal tract sound, like a lip trill, like an HN, and you are stretching, you are starting to do the work. You are starting to work that muscle. Once that feels comfortable, we're going to take that siren into an exercise. So for this exercise, we are going to do a sliding third. You are either here or you are here. This might not be your actual upper register yet, but I encourage you to work here, because the more that you can take that lighter quality As high as you can, great, better high notes, but as low as you can, the more you are crossing over that break, my friends, and erasing it. And that's what we are here for, to erase that vocal break. So we're going to do our woo, our ooh vowel like a siren, but we're just going to do it on the sliding third. What I love about this exercise, it seems basic, but it takes so much flexibility for that slide and then so much control because you have a starting pitch and ending pitch, right? You're hitting set pitches with that slide in between. It sounds like this. This is what I encourage you to do. Some of you pop R&B rock singers just like me might be looking at this and going, ooh. That is not working this cricothyroid muscle, that upper register like we want to be doing. So lighten it up. Right? This is not a performance sound. You might want to use this in performance. Maybe you haven't used this sound before because it doesn't feel comfy. Who doesn't love to belt out a big note and then jump up to some great high note and come right back, to play with those tonal colors? But even if you never use this tonal quality, we are going to the voice gym, right? We are working that tricep muscle, that vocal stretching muscle to create a more connected, confident sound. So the cue I love for this is I love to think about my sound coming up and out like a candy cane. Here's my vocal folds. My vocal tract starts at the vocal folds and ends at my mouth. So when I am singing something more chesty, this is way too simplistic, but I think about the sound coming up and out, kind of like a 90-degree angle. For this upper register work, you guys, this is gold. I want you to think about it coming up and out like a candy cane. It's going to come up, it's going to loft and lift up and hook out like a candy cane and then go straight out. So, hear that slide? You're going to take that up as high as you can. Then I encourage you to bring it down as low as you can. So as I'm bringing it down lower, let's say I'm here, or even lower, or even lower, very much my chest voice. I want you to work that head voice, upper register sound, that cricothyroid muscle. The more I can cross those sounds over, have those muscles working together, the better. The more connected my sound is, the less that break area happens, and the more professional I sound. That break is then erased. I'm going to give you one more upper register exercise just because I know that working with a lot of commercial singers, this work can feel a little uncomfortable. You can say, oh, I haven't sung like that in a long time, or I've never sung like that. I encourage you to play with this. I bet you will come back to me and be like, oh my gosh, my notes everywhere sound better, feel easier. Leave me a comment. Please let me know how this is working for you. But let's also do more of a connected kind of commercial sound for our upper register so you can feel good about that. I'm going to start here again. So you're either here or you're here. I'm going to do 5 notes down. And I'm going to do it on ga, 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 like a little baby. Don't overthink it. Ga, ga, ga. That's not what we're going for. Ga, 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 ga. Ga, 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 ga. I was pitchy sharp on that first one. Who cares? I'm not on stage. I'm working my voice. Give yourself a break. Ga, 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 ga. Ga, 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 ga. This note, very different quality, right? Ga, 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 ga. This should feel easy here. I feel no tension, no strain whatsoever. If you do, that's okay. Go back to your... You can hear I got some gunk kicking today too. Lovely. It's part of it as a singer. If that feels strained, go back to your siren. Work there. Work where it feels good for you. We can't force the voice, right? We're stretching these muscles. Work where it's comfy, and you will notice that gets comfier and comfier, and then you can tiptoe into that next territory. I hope you found this helpful. I promise you, work in your upper register is a key component to your best mixed voice, to erasing your break, and to creating your most confident sound. If you found this helpful, I have a fantastic online course with 50 videos, 40 downloadable audios over 10 weeks of vocal lessons with me, all on Erasing Your Break. And it's called Erase Your Break. So please check that out. That course is also part of my fully inclusive Vocal Pro membership, where you not only get Erase Your Break, you get every online course, live coaching time with me, a weekly warm-up, access to our giant voice gym, and so much more. So I hope you'll check that out too. If you liked this video, please hit like, please subscribe. We have parts 3 and parts 4 coming. So hit that bell so you're notified so you don't miss those. And please come back often. Happy singing.